I was only 11 when you humiliated me for not being as good at math as everyone else. I was only 11 when I was getting continuous panic attacks because I accidentally forgot my math textbook one time and just knew I was going to be shamed before everyone. I was only 11 when I was treated like I was stupid because I didn't know the answer to that one question on the test. So I stopped raising my hand. I stopped actively participating in class. I stopped asking for help when needed. I stopped because I was trying to avoid the feeling of shame and humiliation, because if even the teacher was hurting my feelings, I must be stupid, right? Wrong. There is a big difference between motivating students to do better and shaming students for what they do wrong. And the more you berate, the less we participate. Respect is a two-way street, and I spent my entire 6th grade year trying to impress you the hardest with anything I possibly could. But the more I gave, the worse I felt. Because I felt like all of my efforts to do good and make you proud just weren't enough. And because I was not a straight-A student like everyone else, it made it okay for you to compare me to everyone else. But things would have been different if I had just asked for help, right? 11-year-old Ellery didn't know that. Because all 11-year-old Ellery knew is if they ever dared to say a single word or ask a question, they would have to stand at their desk as their teacher would yell and yell and yell until they would get it through their head that they will never be as good or as successful as anyone else in the room. My grades aren't as high, and my self-esteem is low. But I've got to be good for something, right? Right? There has to be something that I can do that no one else in this room can. At the time, all I knew how to do was sit quietly at my desk and panic silently. Because what on earth is long division? And how do I do it? The only good you did for me was drive me and inspire me to turn your harassment into art. Art. That's what I was good at. But it still wasn't good enough. The one thing I had that kept me going was art. My art wasn't as good as the girl a few rows ahead of me or the boy in the corner. My art was distinct. Unique. But it wasn't like the beautiful painting that the person next to me did, or that realistic sculpture that your favorite student did. But I tried my best. I fulfilled your request, but the heart beating in my chest is now pounding, because my best wasn't the best. Therefore, it was worthless. But don't worry about me, because soon enough, I found my place. And it's no longer a race to be the best mathematician or the best athlete. Because if there's one thing I can do that sets me apart from everyone else, it's write. I can write. So I took all of your words and I made it into this piece to reclaim the confidence that I so-called didn't deserve. Because I found my worth. My worth is not defined by how many A's I get or how many questions I answer correctly. It took years to accept myself for who I am, but once I got there, there was no going back. I won. I won. I won. I found my purpose without you. Because when I was only 11, I learned something valuable that no one can compare to me.